Alright, so boom, bro. I've been meaning to talk about Star Citizen for a while, but I just didn't know like what exactly to talk about, and I still don't know what to talk about. But the I think it's Summer Games Fest is happening right now. So some type of like game, something, something like big game showcase, and a new game came out. I don't know what it's called. That's why we're not talking about it. I ain't do no research on it. I just saw the trailer. Trailer was like same guys that made Skyrim and Fallout, all that kind of stuff, and they making a open world game. People say it's more like um, No Man's Sky more than it is Star Citizen, but people are having they want to do the clickbait type like Star Citizen killer and start new Star Citizen and blah blah blah. This, you know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to say Star Citizen is such a big game that there is nothing that can really kill it. To be honest, the only thing that can kill it is it is itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it crazy? And the only reason I'm saying this is because not Star Citizen is such like a ambitious game, and yeah, you could play it, you could do some gameplay loops, and you could fly majority of the ships that you could show and buy, but it's like they're trying to, bro. Okay, recently, okay, this is gonna be so off topic, but it's gonna make sense soon. Recently, Mr. Beast did another challenge he was doing on his gaming channel, and he did a Minecraft like PvP style game mode, like you if you know you know, and basically there was six or five biomes, and each biome was their own server, because normally Minecraft servers cannot hold up to, I think it was 1,000 people that played on that server at one time, and each biome was a different server. So and then technically they're playing on 5 or 6 different servers, but they're playing on a conjoined server. That's how like big servers work, like Mineplex and all those like mini game servers or play servers, stuff like that, because you spawn into one server, then they teleport you to a game. When you teleport to a game, you go into a different server. So that's how they have like thousands and millions of people on one server. Well, it appears that way, but it's multiple servers split up. That's what they're trying to do with, I presume, planets. I did a little like research about how they're gonna link their servers, and I don't kind of understand, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna be talking generally. I think that there's like 2 ways to easily link a server in this type of aspect, is when you do the hyperdrives or when you go into a different sector. And I'm pretty sure it's sector based most likely, because that would make it easier. But I know they're trying to do some like crazy stuff with like, bro, you'll know when it drops or when it doesn't, because trust me, this game been in development longer than a couple, and speaking of how long it's been in development, it has been getting even higher funding the longer it's been in development. If all games were like this, no games would come out, because the majority of reason that most games come out or they fail is because they don't have enough money and they don't reach the deadlines. But they have enough money where they could literally just sleep in the office all day and they still get paid. You know, that's crazy. But I wanted to talk about why, other than that stuff, the main reason I wanted to talk about Star Citizen is because I feel like the saying that wide open land, small interaction, so something like that. If you know, you know. Basically, this game could be really easy to mess up, because it could be so empty. They're building multiple universes and planets, and like, why would you go to one planet versus the other? And can you do something at this planet that you wouldn't do at this planet? Like, there's a lot of questions that probably are answered, probably that are in the game already, but I've barely seen anything about the game. And the only reason I don't want to get in deep into to the Star Citizen is because I feel like I'm gonna be pulled in, and I can't get out, bro. Like Cyberpunk right now, I'm pulled into Cyberpunk. I can't get out. You know what I'm saying? But I think that if they don't, they're trying to make this world, they're trying to make this galaxy feel like it's alive and living. But if their technology where they're doing like multiple server meshing and stuff does not work out, I wonder what they're gonna do from there. Because there's plenty of games that have like massive bro, it's a whole genre of massively multiplayer online games. It's a lot of people in one, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people in in a single game, but it's also just split up into different servers, each like biome, realm, place you fight, like stuff like that. And that's what I like. You could go into like in WoW, if you go into a cabin to talk, like into a bar and talk to people, when you know how you load into that cabin because it's a different server, just for people just to be there. So I'm saying the only way that Star Citizen can be how it plans to be on release, well, fully released when it's done, is that they gotta have a lot of people in the game. But if they don't have a lot of people, the game will not function. And this is where I think Star Citizen needs to come in handy. It needs to come up in clutch and do the perfect thing, is to make perfect AI. And well, perfect, yeah, I mean like decent AI to convey certain aspects and certain things, blah blah blah. But if the AI, let's say let's say the game is released, 2 million people play it on release date, and then for some reason, like one of the developers slapped a puppy and everybody left except for 2 people. If the game cannot be played solo, or 2 people on each end of the galaxy, then you need something in downtime. And that's where I already know they have AI in the main game now. I know they got AI ships, AI, blah blah blah. But I'm saying that they need to have AI roles taking up player roles. If there's a player known as, his name is XX40 Miner, and all he does is mine space debris, what happens if he leaves? And then all of the space debris becomes higher in price because there's less of it. You know what I'm saying? And then you see the problem, right? The economy, then somebody else needs to go out there. But what if nobody else wants to do a mining? What if space debris mining is so laborious and boring that you don't even want to do it, and that's the only person that enjoyed doing it, he left the game? Then you gotta have AI bots do it, and then you gotta from there. What you want to have is like some bots selling it for higher or lower, and then you gotta have them also price their goods according to the economic state. And even to improve the economic state, if like something drops or something too high, something like that. Like there's a lot of systems that's going into this, and honestly, I think the best way they should have started off Star Citizen was by one planet, doing everything they're trying to do on one planet. Like you could fly your ships like around the planet, you only could go this far into like a barrier and stuff like that. And then you could be like, oh, this November update, we're gonna add a new moon to the already existing Earth, and then expand like going outwards instead of trying to make the entire thing in one shot. I think that the players will have more to do. They'll be more excited because like right now they know where everything's gonna be. It's just not done. But when it is done, half of the people that are playing now are doing things that you could do in the main game, but just missing a couple features. Well, majority of features. So like they already played half of the loop, and all you're gonna do is give them another half, and it's gonna be like, oh, that's kind of empty. Rather than you having a whole nother moon with different resources, aspects, trading routes, enemies, blah blah blah, whatever. And also, I think that alright, when we're talking about Star Citizen, No Man's Sky, and a new game that's coming from the makers of Skyrim, the thing that most people have an opinion about is procedural, is making the world, like custom making it, placing the assets yourself is better than procedural. And that is true to some extent. You can have a lot of fun at procedural worlds, but more procedural can be less intuitive, or it can be boring, really. To be honest, like if you've seen a couple thousand, you've seen the other 1,000. And I just wanted to say, it doesn't really matter in my aspect. I haven't played No Man's Sky or watched anybody play this since, like, I watched the trailer when it dropped. I've seen a couple people play it when they're mad about blah 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 and this and that, and when you get blah blah blah. I could talk about No Man's Sky in a different video, but I haven't seen it recently, and I might have to check it out because, well, obviously it's better now, but I don't know. I didn't really see the high negatives of when it first released. Like, everybody's mad about this. I was like, okay, interesting. But yeah, that's I just wanted to talk about Star Citizen, that's all. And how AI needs to be implemented, and also like how big it is, stuff like that. Monumental task, blah blah blah, bro. Just roll the outro.